Yeah, unmute us.
Oh, we're unmuted for sure. All right, welcome back to another episode of Dried Blood. This is season 2, episode 3, I think. I don't know. It's somewhere in there.
Do
Welcome
you
to
count
Dried
your one
Blood.
shot?
Yeah, I counted the one shot as the first.
Then this is 3.
Then this is 3. Yeah.
Let me help
So
you count to 3.
thank you. Tonight we had the ferocious battle. Sorry versus Lethe. How are you guys feeling about the dual victory? Is it a dual victory? I don't know. We'll have to see the sequel. You know whether the relationship lasts.
Post vacation.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Listen. It was so much fun. Thank you both for being awesome hosts. I had just an absolute ton of fun, and Stella, playing against you and with you was just so much fun, and it was such a joy to get to do some real combat, but then also flavor it with the little the inherent homoeroticism of leaning on each other's swords, getting closer and closer. I was like, yeah, okay, I could really get into that. It was just so much fun.
I knew going in, I was like, okay, the energy with C is going to be really, really great. And then, we kind of talked a little bit about how our characters are going to be exes, and we have these little knives of secrets that we know about each other that we can use. And then the stream started, and then I was like, oh no, Sari is going to try to be nice, but we're trying to kill each other. I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of awkward. But I think it played out really well.
No, this was fantastic. I loved that there was this conflicting emotion that both of you were experiencing of not knowing where each other stood, sharing your own emotions, exploring how you felt in those spaces. It was a really impactful moment that, to be honest, many of us have gone through before, and it was very telling. There were some very raw emotions out there, and I loved it. I gotta ask from both of you, were you expecting this to be as emotional as it was?
No. Not even no.
I love to cause problems on purpose. I simply do. And I was like, I see your deathmatch and I raise you emotional repression, which is the only type of character that I like to play. So
fair.
in that way, I was expecting to be like, I'm gonna mess something up somehow. But I wasn't expecting how beautifully it played out and how the world responded to it, and Stella, again, how you played off of it and into it. And all the all the little surprises were such a joy to explore. And in that way, I was really not expecting some of the things that you threw at me with Sorry. I loved them so much.
I loved that I didn't have to answer all the questions because I could just try to stab you instead. That was great.
I don't have to embrace my emotions. We'll just murder.
Well, that's what we try to, on a lot of episodes. A lot of these episodes, if you've ever watched before, they don't always go the way that we think they're going to go, and people throw wrenches in them. So we like to be well versed in trying to just resolve whatever issues come up. Although this one was difficult, but it was fun to watch you all I think my favorite part was when Stella's crying and swinging the sword still, and you're like, "Hey, why are we doing this?" And they're just flinging a sword trying to stab you. It's
Listen, the default mode is just violence here. All right.
Yeah,
I get it. I get
it's
it.
safe. It's safe. Well, that was Mudcat's favorite moment. Well, for both of you, favorite moment that you're like, I need to just take a picture of that and hang it on my wall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The part where Lethe came up and did the protective staunch, taking the blow of the potion shop. Oh my god.
When actions
Ah.
speak so much.
Oh. I was like, okay, there we go. That sets the tone. I know exactly what to do from here. I'm gonna be a crybaby.
Oh my god. Honestly, I think that was my favorite moment. The part where Sorry just started breaking down crying, and I was like, "Oh." But I think my true favorite moment was the little thing that Sorry said at the end about this impulsiveness and opening up looks really good on you. And then the jump into "Okay, let's go." It was just such a really cute character moment, and I love that as our closing image. It makes me super happy.
It's like that perfect the end. I imagine that in just beautiful script being written over at the end of the image.
Very Hallmark.
Yes. And they lived happily ever after.
We like to wrap up the episodes of Dried Blood with letting you or your characters give us a piece of advice, a word of advice, a catchphrase, whatever you want to tell the acolytes, the audience, people who watched, either from you or from your character. What are your parting words? Either one.
Sorry will say, listen, therapy is great. Sometimes it's going to be hard to get there. In the meantime, while you're trying to find that path, if you got to punch a few doors, that's fine. It's all right. If you got to get into a death match with your ex, it's okay. You know, you might, at the end of the road, get to pet a magic pug.
It's very true.
That
Very, very
that is
true.
some good wisdom.
Yes.
Good
Thank
wisdom.
you. I actually read something similar along that vein on a piece of paper, and I ate that. So now it's a
Right,
part
you
of me.
you ate the piece of paper. Yep, and
Delicious, I bet.
I think Lethe's advice is that sometimes holding on to someone else's idea of who you think you are only buries you in a hole deeper and deeper, and you have to remind yourself who you want to be. And sometimes that means saying sorry.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I'm glad I didn't follow
Well,
you.
You got me at the end.
this has been an
Got
emotional
him!
bloodbath. We will see you on the next episode of D20 Deathmatch.